Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have an idea. I'm going to try to make something. And what I'm going to be making is a Japanese inspired wind chime. You guys know I love my wind chimes. So I have a variety of things here. Now this is the bottom of a mushroom lidded pot mold. So going to be using that. These are some of the beads, bead molds that I got from BB Craft, and they are sort of a, hexagonal, if you will, shape. This is just a little hexagonal mold, uh, long, skinny one. And then here is a just a UV resin pendant mold that I got. I think it was in a variety pack from I think actually I got it. It was in the Let's Resin UV resin starter kit that I got 10 million years ago. All right, so what I'm going to do is I have 6 ounces here of my Bond Crafter 1-to-1 that I have added some of my variegated metal flakes to, and it's these. They're gold, brown, green, bronze, different colors, and it comes in a set of 2, which there's a link down in the description for them. I got them from Amazon. They're really awesome. I like them a lot. So that's what I'm going to be using for it. Now, I added the flakes before I ran it through my bubble remover. Sorry, tiny torch is having a problem because it is chilly in here today. It is currently 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me look. Now 68 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to about 20 degrees Celsius, because it is currently a whopping 14 degrees Fahrenheit outside. And my part of the house that I live in does not have central heat. So I have space heaters, and they're struggling. They are struggling right now. Bless them. So essentially, what I'm going to do for this first part is just pour in the resin. I am going to squirt a little bit of isopropyl down in there just to kind of moisten things up a little bit. And try to keep the bubbles out of there. And I don't know if I'm going to need the whole 6 ounces, but I made 6 ounces because I wasn't sure how much I was going to need. Go ahead and start pouring it in. And now, alternatively, if you didn't want to add the flakes to the resin directly, you could turn the mold inside out and burnish the flakes onto the mold itself and then pour the resin in. It just all depends on what you want to do. I just didn't see the harm in adding it straight to the resin. And that way I get a little bit more variety as to where they go. All right, that last little plop in there. Okay, so there's that first one done. Let me move this guy up, let him start degassing. And with these little dooders here, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a pipette and fill these up that way because they are only very small and the opening to get the resin in is very small. And I don't want it to go all over the place. All right. there's those. Lift it up, see how it looks inside. I don't see any bubbles or anything, so I'm going to tamp those down. All right, so there's that. While I've got my pipette out, I'm going to go ahead and fill this tall, skinny guy up, because again, it's kind of hard to get resin from the cup down in there. Okay, there's number 3. Put that off to the side. I'll get this guy out. A little pipette away, and I'm not exactly sure what size I want for this, so I'm going to do several different ones. All right, so let's check on our other pieces here. See how they're doing. A little tap. And that looks excellent. So I have about 2 ounces left. So all of these took 4 ounces. Okay, good to know. Let's fill this guy up too. All right. There we go. We have all of our little projects ready to go. Now I am going to let these sit for probably about an hour. And then I will turn on my heat mat because, like I said, it is chilly in here. And if I don't turn on the heat mat, it will take roughly 10 million years for everything to cure properly. So I will see you guys when it's time for next steps. See you then. So here we are. And you can see the variety of sparkly things in front of you. And the reason that they're not in their molds is because I already demolded them when I thought that I was recording, but I wasn't. So yeah, I could go back over everything with you and give you sort of the commentary that I gave the imaginary people that I was talking to. But honestly, I don't really remember what I said. So here we go. Pieces and parts. Let's look. So this is going to be our top, and this turned out beautifully. I really like the way that the flakes came down. Could you have used PDA glue to suspend them more? Yeah, but I didn't want to. I wanted more at the bottom than at the top. That's the effect that I was going for. I do need to do a little bit of cleanup on it, just simply because, you know, there's a couple of little fingerprints on it. But other than that, I think that it came out absolutely beautifully. What do you guys think? Yeah, I like it. Now, the little taggies that we're going to use also came out very well, very clear, very fancy looking. And then our beads. Excellent little beads from that BB Craft mold. Very pleased with how they came out. Very nice. Very pretty. And then probably one of my favorite things is the little extra, the little heart that I made. Look how beautifully that turned out. I just think that that's gorgeous. Just lovely. So we're going to put this together now. And I have decided that these are the pieces that I'm going to use for putting everything together. Let me get my wipey out of the way here. So here's our pieces. So what I have here is a piece of about 18 inches of just black thread. It's a thicker, you know, cord that you use for making jewelry and whatnot. So essentially, what I'm going to do just try to poke it through. And it does fray up at the end, so I do have to be a bit mindful of that. Just suspend it on there. Yeah, I think knots might be best. Now that I'm sitting here looking at it. Let's do knots. Yep. Well. All right. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So on top of that knot, I want to find one of my beads that has the bigger hole in it. And I put a piece of masking tape on here to try to keep it from fraying. But it is going to be a little hard to do because these bead holes are very small. So I kind of have to put it on there and twist at the same time, you know, as you do. And try to get it through there far enough so that I can grab it with my little clampies and pull it through. All right, so now we have that little bead on there. Looking good. There's that. Awesome. All right, now for the middle piece, get all this out of the way. I have to determine how long I want it. This is going to be suspended in there. Okay. So I want it about that long. So I'm going to cut it off a little bit longer. And then what I need to do is drill a hole through the end of this. All right, that's plenty big enough. Thread that through. And there's our little knocker. Hold that tight. And yes, I will be trimming off the little traily doodles, don't worry. All right, let's get a wipey, clean up our mess. When it doesn't want to work for you, drill a bigger hole. Right? Right. That's that. Where's my tape? So that'll do. That'll do fine. So let me get one of my other little beads here. And I'm going to thread that on top of the little knocker guy. Yeah. That's on top of there. And then we get our top part. Suspend that there. Awesome. All right, now I do need another bead, but I dropped it and I don't know where it went. So I'm not going to fuss with it. You know what? Obviously, the universe doesn't want me to have a bead on the top, so I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a very small knot. Okay, now that that's done, make sure that everything is where I want it. Our ribbon's a little haircut. Is it perfect? No. Neither am I, and neither are you. And once the ribbon or the cord has a chance to kind of loosen up a little bit, it'll hang a lot straighter. But right now it's not going to hang straight because the cord hasn't really had a chance to loosen up. It's still very stiff. It's sort of like when you buy a new couch. You know, you sit on the couch in the display hall of, you know, the couch store, and it's the most comfortable thing you've ever sat on in your entire life. But then when you get your brand new couch at home, why is this so hard? Why is it not as comfortable as the one in the store? Well, it's because the one in the store has been sat on by, you know, thousands and thousands of people, and it's had time to loosen up and get squishy and, you know, get super comfy. That's how they sell couches. They put the super comfy ones out there that a ton of people have sat on, and then they send you the one that nobody sat on. And, you know, that's the reason why. Same concept here. So basically what I'm doing is underneath the knot that I made on the top, let me get a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Underneath the knot, I'm just putting my cord back through the hole, okay? And then trying to grab it, but not doing a very good job of it. So I'm going to grab this, pull it through the bottom, okay? So it makes a loop. Then I'm going to make a knot at this end. Right above where that tape is. And of course, you know, I can always take the tape off. And then I have the loop for it to hang. See? Ta-da! Very cool. And I've still got that little knot on the top there just in case. So let's get all this cleaned up, shall we? All right. So not hanging up. This is what we've got. Very pretty, very cute, simple design. But the simple designs are the best ones. So I'm going to go hang it up, and I'll see you guys soon. So there we have it. Hanging outside. You can see the snow in the background, the neighbor's yard. It's about 4 degrees Fahrenheit out here right now. But I just think it turned out beautifully. What do you guys think? Needs a little cleanup, but I think it turned out great.
So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I really do appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Take care, guys. Cheers.